Oh, yeah, we are back.
Whew, it feels good.
I think that music, I would never hear that again.
Yeah.
Man, it feels good.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe there were some concerns that we wouldn't be back. We were offered to go to the ACC this morning, but we declined because we got loyalty inside our DNA, right?
You couldn't help yourself.
Yeah.
Well, welcome into Friday Night Sports Extra. I'm Julian Minnesone, alongside Alex Crescenti here, my co-host. Now, if you've never seen the show before, It's a lot of fun. Every Friday night, starting now through the rest of the football season, we'll be giving you all the highlights, top plays, top performers, all that fun stuff from everything around high school football around the Inland Northwest.
Right.
A lot of fun. Your favorite part of the show is?
Oh, it's got to be the top plays. We get to see the best athletes in the area doing what they do best, and we got some doozies here to start off week one. But let's get to maybe a pretty good game out there. It's Gonzaga Prep in Cheney. Black Ops trying to pull off the upset there tonight, and it would get off pretty well. First quarter, off a Bullpups turnover, Samuel Coffin is going to air it out to his man, Trayson Little, who makes a great grab on his back there. That's going to set them up beautifully with field possession. A few plays later at the one, it's going to be Coffin getting it in on the QB sneak as Cheney strikes first. And Julian, do we have an upset brewing out west? Well, not so fast, because back come the Bullpups in the second. Isaiah Dockin with an amazing one-handed grab. Look at that, facing down two defenders. Do you think that's going to make the top plays? I think it just might. From there, Nate Monette bulldozes his way through for a tough run, gets into the end zone. That's going to help tie this game back up. Later in the quarter, Gonzaga Prep driving again. Jonah Keller going to receive the pitch on the outside, sheds a tackler, and then boom, at the end right here, lowers his shoulder for the long run. That's going to set up this as well at the goal line. Quarterback Bodie Stafford fakes out everyone, including me, pitches it out to Gavin Damon, who's there for another score. The Bullpups start off slow, but get rolling later. They pull away and win this one 34-6.
All right, Mount Spokane on the road, taking on University. It would be a road game for Mount Spokane. You know, the people spoke. They wanted more Mount Spokane highlights last year. Well, we give it to you right here. Mount Spokane opening up right here, looking to pass the ball in the second half, but U-High is having none of that. Shane Skidmore with the QB sack. Get it, big fella. Later on in the third quarter, Caleb Walcott with a QB run in for the touchdown. But Mount Spokane still with a big lead in this one. Here's Mount Spokane with the ball. Wildcats looking to throw. TJ Haberman connects with a guy. We mentioned his name a lot last year. Looks like it's going to be the same this year. Bowden Gardner for a long score. Bowden also, watch this, counting his TDs on his hands. Not one, not two, not three, putting the Wildcats up big. Fourth quarter, Mount Spokane attacks, handing it off to Mateo Sacamano for the nice run, putting the Wildcats up 47-20, and that would be your final score. All Mount Spokane as they dominate this one, Alex.
How long has Sacramento been there? Anyway, let's head out to Hartfield, where Lewis and Clark hosted a league game for the first time since 1969. Out at Hartfield, they're taking on Ferris. Opening drive of the game, Saxon's quarterback John Olson rolls out, finds Hunter Johnson down the field for a nice little first down, and it looks like the Saxons are in business. But later in the drive, Olson overthrows his receiver right into the hands of Cooper Jeffries. He's going to take it upfield, and it looks for a second like he might go all the way, but he just gets tackled there. Sets up the Tigers beautifully. Offense takes over. Caleb Kosteka takes the handoff, makes a nice little spin move. Eventually, he's taken down just inside the red zone. From there, QB Jack Partidon with a casual little fling into the back of the end zone, where only his man Tyler Jones makes the great grab for the first touchdown of the season. Then, just before the end of the half, LC's going to be threatening again. Partidon takes the handoff himself, and Tigers roll there at Hartfield for possibly the last time before One Spokane Stadium opens later this month. They win this one 40-6.
Can't wait for the stadium across the street to open up. That's going to be a lot of fun. Now we're going to Union Stadium, where Meade kicks off the season against Eastmont. Golden hour at Union Stadium. Trying to get the real Spielberg angles for you. Now to start things off, Eastmont's Luke Gale hands the ball off to Peyton Guest, who runs it down the field, turns on the afterburners. No one is catching him. He finishes off strong for the touchdown as Eastmont takes the early lead on the first score of the game. Meade falls behind 7-0. And check this out, Meade head coach Keith Stamps, he wasn't having it. He saw the cameras on him, turned away, not happy with his team here. Panthers, though, looking to respond later in the game. Meade quarterback Jalen Lehman tries to go downfield, gets sacked. Eastmont gets the sack, and Meade tries to make a comeback, but ultimately falls short. 29-19 is the final score out in Union Stadium. Tough one for Meade to start off the season, but if we've seen anything from that Meade team, we know they'll be back ultimately.
Right, I think they're going to be competing for a GSL title come November, but we'll see.
This is week 1. Those weren't all the highlights we have. We have a lot more, including some of the Valley teams. We're going to get all of that and more coming up on the other side of the break when Friday Night Sports Extra returns. Don't go anywhere.